My Little Pony is owned by DHX Media and Hasbro Studios. Please support the official release. Hello YouTube, T-Sparks here. Well, now that we're in the middle of the hiatus, which we have no idea how long it's going to be, I thought I'd release some videos about various episodes and things I just wanted to talk about. This time I'm talking about a rock-solid friendship. Now this episode was nothing, no bombshell or the greatest thing ever. But for someone like me, it is actually a very important episode. I do not make friends very well, at all. I am a lot like Maud in that case. Very reserved, and keep to myself most of the time, and don't really interact with the outside world much. Just like Maud, it is hard for people to get me, and that is why this episode means so much to me. It touches me in a very personal way, because I am a lot like Maud. I love the relationship between Maud and Starlight here, and I don't mean that kind of a relationship. I don't see those two being shipped together. I see them as great friends, but that's it. If you guys want to ship them, hey, that's your prerogative. But it's just not something I agree with. The one thing I liked about this episode the most was how natural Maud and Starlight's friendship developed. In every other episode of the show where we've had people trying to become friends, it seems to be forced or influenced unrealistically. And I know Pinkie did force this quite a bit. But, you know, that's just Pinkie being Pinkie. She was trying to help her sister, and she had a little selfish motivation too. She wanted to keep her sister around. But in her heart, Pinkie cares deeply for her sister, and just wanted her to be happy. Now, Starlight's inclusion in this episode was a surprise when I first saw it. I should have seen it coming, because she already met the main six, and never really clicked with any of them. They bonded over Pinkie, but that's not really a basis for a friendship. And I do love that Maud actually was seeking friendship. It is very hard for people like us to seek friendship. And I know she's just a character on TV, but I am a lot like Maud. And I understand her quite a bit. But I'm also a little bit like Starlight. I can have violent outbursts just like Starlight. If something ticks me off enough, I can explode just like her. So those two together are really great for me. Before I started doing these videos, I was afraid to listen to my own voice. And I've gotten much better at it. I still feel a little self-conscious about it, but it has given me more confidence than I thought I'd have. That is why I love this show so much. I didn't think that anything would get me to feel better about that. But this show has really meant a lot to me. Now, going back to the episode, the only things that kind of bugged me about this episode was Pinkie was just pushing a little bit too hard to try to force Starlight and Maud together. She should have learned that lesson back in the original Maud Pie episode. But I can give Pinkie a pass on this because she just so desperately wanted her sister to be there in Ponyville with her that she just pushed it a little too far. But luckily for us, Starlight Glimmer, living up to her character, told Pinkie straight out, "Hey, you screwed it all up. We were becoming great friends, but you just kept getting in the way."
That's worse.
And that's one reason I really love Starlight, is she's blunt. When you're screwing something up, she will tell you. And Maud, I loved Maud in this episode. The way she looked at Starlight when Pinkie was wearing the pizza costume, and tilted her eyes to the side like, come on, let's get out of here. And the fact that Starlight picked it up immediately without even saying a word, that was great. I love that moment. And the little bit of smile from Maud when they're talking about rocks.
Another reason I like rocks. They don't exclude you if you're different than other
That just hit
things.
me hard.
They're
'Cause like
beautiful and
Maud
strong,
said,
but they don't judge you or make you feel less
she
than
likes
in
rocks
any way.
because they don't
I think
judge
I'm
you
starting to like
for
rocks
being
too.
different. And that is so true. I am just like Maud in that sense. I am different from other people. I don't know if I actually am autistic, but I do know I have some tendencies that could be considered that way. I have a hard time with relationships, so that's one thing I really like about this show, is the way it shows relationships with respect. Although, you know, in some episodes they do go over the line, and I will agree to that. But, you know, with so many different writers, it's hard to get a consistent message sometimes. And all I can say is that I really love this episode because it's so personal to me. I don't know how many of you out there feel that way, but really, I don't have friends. The only people I ever interact with are you guys, and I go to work, but that's about it. I don't really interact with anybody. I've barely even talked to my family most of the time. But this show is showing me that there are people like me, and that maybe it's not that bad. So I want to say thank you, MLP, for another great episode, and please bring Maud back more often. We need to see her. I just can't wait to see Maud return again, and Maud meeting Trixie. That would be a unique episode. We gotta see that someday. Well, I guess that's about it for this one. I've been rambling around for way too long. All I can say is I really like this episode, and DHS, Hasbro, good work. And remember to make your friendships rock solid. See you later, YouTube, and please support the official release. Oh, and sorry about all the background noise. The cats are playing in a box back in the corner. Alright, thanks guys, bye.